Serena, when you were in college, I read also that you kind of lost your love of the game. So
Mhm.
talk about that time period and what brought you back.
Yeah. Well, it was very, very tough. At one point, I was meeting like once a week with my academic advisor and telling her to swear to secrecy, not to tell anyone that I was thinking about just becoming a regular student. And we started looking for different scholarships and financial routes just because I was an out of state student and I couldn't, and my family could not afford a Penn State tuition. So it was there were a couple of times where so I was cool with like all the managers at Penn State. Like we hung out outside of volleyball and I really am so appreciative of them. But like I would just like walk. There's this like 4 minute walk from the locker room to the gym. And I would just like have my entire day on my face, like all my stress about like not performing well in volleyball, like my body's doing this and I'm not how I used to be. And there was just like a bunch of negative energy surrounding volleyball. Um, and a couple of the managers like took me outside and were just like, hey, like you just seem like really down, like what's going on? And I would just like break down in front of them. And I'm really appreciative that they were able to see that something wasn't right because I feel like that's when I really took a second to like reanalyze and like started talking to my guidance counselor, not my guidance counselor, my academic advisor, and started thinking about options. And ultimately, it was just like a realization like, oh my gosh, like I'm an adult, like I'm 20 years old, I have free will. Like if I don't like something, like why am I gonna keep doing it? And I thought, hey, like I'll give it one more shot. So I decided to enter the transfer portal and I ended up meeting so many great players, coaching staffs. There were so many schools that like I wish I could go to. But ultimately it just kind of like reinvigorated my excitement for volleyball, like seeing these other girls like in their summer practices and like meeting with the other coaches and hearing about their systems. It just like kind of there was this new curiosity and this new outlook on the game, which like I hadn't felt in a long time. And then I ended up going to Pitt, and then I just fell in love with it more and more. Um, yeah, that was about it.